Andres,
Hey, hello. How are
how
you?
are you?
Good, good. It's the first time that I'm doing this, so
Oh, it's my
I need a little bit patience.
yeah, no worries. It's my first time as well, and this is
Okay.
really weird. I know
All right.
it's gonna take a little bit to get used to,
All right.
but
Will be funny. Will be funny.
yeah. It's really weird talking to you in English. I want
Yeah,
to
it
talk to
is.
you in Spanish, but
All right.
you
Yeah,
know,
but we have to respect the people, though, so
yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry. It's
May,
also it's good to keep training my English, you know. So I'm forgetting a little bit, so it's good for myself also.
yeah. I get you. So I mean, first of all, how's life in Paraguay treating you? How's the soccer? How's the lifestyle out there in comparison to America?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, you know. Here the weather is so hot. It's one of the biggest thing that we are trying to learn, you know. Since we are here every day is so hot, like maybe like I remember like Texas, like Houston. But we are happy, you know. At the end of the day, it's tough. We miss California life for sure. But at the end of the day, we are happy with our family here also because we are closer to our home. It's just 1 hour flight from our home. So for family and for friends, it's easier to come to visit us. For my wife, it's easier also to go to visit her family. So
Yeah.
was a tough decision to leave California, but we are happy.
Yeah. I know that you and I, you talked to me about, leaving California, not wanting to, but I'm glad that you're doing well over there. Can you tell us a little bit of how your team's doing right now in the Paraguayan League? I know you guys were
Yeah,
playing Copa Libertadores as well.
yeah. We lost. Unfortunately, we couldn't beat Junior from Colombia. It was a tough game. We were so close to beat them, but now we are focused on just on Paraguayan League. Paraguayan League. It's our target. This team in the last years was also in the top three in the standings. So our target is to fight for a trophy. So
Yeah.
I think we are doing well in the first games. So as I said before, our target is to fight for the trophy because we couldn't pass through the group stage in the Libertadores Cup. So we have a new target in the league.
Yeah, what can you tell me about the Paraguayan League? I watch South American soccer, but to be quite honest with you, I don't watch the Paraguayan League a lot. And first of all, how do you compare it to MLS? And second, this offseason, this winter offseason, you had two big names come from the Paraguayan League, one in Medina and the other one Colman, who are
Colma, yeah.
youngster, playing in the Paraguayan League. What can you tell me? What are the expectations? Is it a big difference between the style of play from both leagues?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference maybe are the stadiums, the grass. The MLS, the stadiums are so good. Every weekend when you play home or away, you play in a good field, in a good grass. Here is a little bit different. When you go away, you play in some tough stadiums. I think this is the biggest difference. But then it's a nice league. It's more or less like Argentina with people. It's patient. We have a nice fans. No, like Quakes, of course.
Yeah.
But I play. It's a little bit more difference between the big teams and the smaller teams. I think this is more or less the difference with the MLS.
And what positions are you playing this season? Are you playing a normal center back role? Or are you playing three men in the back? Or are you guys deploying four in the back? What's it
Yeah,
been?
no, until now, until today, we are playing always with four on the back. I'm playing as a left center back. We have a nice coach. It's the first time. It's his first experience as a coach. He was a big goalkeeper in Argentina for a big team for a lot of years. So he's making his first experience as a coach. He's learning also, and I'm happy. I'm happy at the end of the day. As I said before, we miss California, we miss San Jose earthquakes. It was tough for us to take the decision. Maybe people doesn't know, but we were so close to sign with San Jose earthquakes. We were so close with Jesse. We have a lot of meetings, but we have to take this decision to come closer to our home because some personal issues with my family. And of course, we're still thinking about San Jose, and we're going to follow them since the next weekend, you know?
Yeah. So going back to San Jose, I want to talk a little bit more about your time in San Jose. Just a quick off the bat question: what's your favorite moment in San Jose? Your favorite moment as an Earthquake player?
Definitely was the last Cali Clásico in Stanford. Oh my God, this comeback was terrible because our first half was bad. The LA Galaxy had big chances to score more goals. And when we go into the locker room in the halftime, and Chris talked to us, hey, guys, you have to change your game. You know, if you want to win this game, we have to play different. We have to give more than 100%. And I think in the second half we gave our 120%. And this goal by Shea in the last minute was so good. I gonna remember that day and that night until the rest of my career.
How was it? How was the atmosphere? Because I know I saw the photo after that match. You were able to go on the pitch with your family and look at the fireworks and all that. And I know that gave it some time for the excitement to kind of dwindle down. But when you guys got into the locker room, what was the experience like? You know, I remember at that time that Chris Leach has just gone the position as manager. So, you know, what was it like in being in the locker room after such a big win?
Yeah. As I say, will be the picture of two seasons in San Jose. Everybody was happy because also we at that moment was one of the maybe second or third game of Chris as a coach. He was so happy also, and I think this kind of point that we won in the last minute was so important then to get the playoff. So I always have some joking with Shea about it. You know, he was so lucky in that last minute. He made a great finish and made me so happy. As you say, then we had the fireworks. My family came in with me on the field. You know, I gonna remember that day until when I finish my career. I gonna remember that night for sure.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're talking about your favorite moment as an Earthquake. What do you miss the most about probably the Bay Area or San Jose, the city itself?
Yeah, basically the weather. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. We live in a complex with nice people. Also, my family enjoy every day of the year there with nice people around us. I make a nice friendship with a guy from Turkey. He's a big fan of soccer. He knows everything about it, you know, and basically it's the weather and enjoy with people in our complex.
I see some people commenting down below, Gio to SJ. Your son, Gio, was born in America, if I'm not mistaken, right? Have you thought about in the future, maybe when you do retire or maybe before you even retire, potentially coming back to the United States and spending some more time here, maybe for your child, or, you know, is that something that you've contemplated, something that you've thought about at all?
Yeah, for sure. My daughter is asking me every day when we are going back to USA. I want to go to Disneyland. I miss my friends. I miss my friends in the complex, you know. So for sure, as soon as we can, we will go back for holidays, or I don't know, to go and try to still play in there. Why not?
Yeah. So let's turn the page a little bit to this season. I know obviously you're not with the team anymore, but I know you're going to be spectating them from afar. You're a big Earthquakes fan, and I know that. You know, one quick question about this year: will Wondolowski break the MLS goal scoring record?
Yeah, hopefully he has everything to do it. I think it's in the last 7 seasons he scored more than 10 goals.
8, yeah.
So he's so close. He's so close. I think Jesse built a nice roster. He will have good players around him. He will have Danny. He will have the Eriksson. He will have Bako, Shamir. So hopefully he will have a lot of chances this year, and he will break the record, and he will become the top scorer of MLS history.
And what can you tell me about, playing with not only playing alongside Wondolowski, but playing with him every day in practice and being around him? What can you tell me about this player? Because, he's 35 years of age, and it seems like the guy's, like 28, 29 in the prime of his career. His physical shape is, tremendous, and he
Yeah.
has such an inclination, to score goals.
Yeah, he's amazing, man. He's amazing. He's a captain, a real captain, inside and outside the field, he showed to the other guys that he came in every day to the training with a smile. He worked hard every day. He's able every game. For the coach is so good, and then I remember last year that he went to the USA national team. Then he has a long flight. He came with us and he said, no, I want to play. I want to be with the team. I want to support the team. And this is the kind of player that you want in your team, So yeah. Hopefully he will become the legend in the MLS. He's already a legend in the club. And hopefully this year he gonna become the legend of the league.
Yeah. So you've been working. You were there when Jesse Fioranelli, took the helm as the general manager of San Jose. This season or this winter, there was so many different acquisitions, so many different movements that kind of start cementing that Jesse Fioranelli, is really implying and really trying to implant the new culture, a new set of standards in San Jose. You saw it with the 2 signings of the 15-year-olds from the academy. And then you see it with, Magnus Eriksson coming in as a DP and getting rid of Simon Dawkins and potentially opening up new spaces for a DP this summer. What can you tell me about the philosophy from what you see as a player that Jesse Fioranelli brings that you probably haven't seen before from another sporting director or general manager? I know you've been around, you've played in a lot of countries, even European countries as well. What do you see from him and what, I guess, do you really believe that San Jose is going to look a lot different from what it did 2 years ago in 5 years' time?
Yeah. Jesse, I think he built a good roster for this season, definitely. If you see the roster, the team now has like 22, 23 players that everyone can be in the lineup. This is a smart decision from Jesse, because that means that every player in every training in every game have to fight for the place in the lineup. Nobody can be relaxed. Nobody can say, "Hey, okay, I'm in the 11th starter. I can relax this week." No, you know that you have another teammates next to you that are fighting for the place in the lineup. Also, he's thinking in this season, but also in the future, as you say. He signed young players with with good future. So he's thinking in the next seasons. I think he make a good decisions. Soccer, it's a matter of results, of course, but he's doing everything to have a good season in this since the next weekend.
I'm going to wrap things up here really soon, but I want to hear about your predictions for the Quakes upcoming season. I know it starts with, I guess we can start this Saturday against Minnesota. What do you think the end result will be? And then I guess we'll go into what do you think they can accomplish this season, both in MLS and in US Open Cup?
Yeah, I think it will be in the top 4. Definitely fighting with Portland. Portland, I think, is one of the strongest team this year because they signed a good coach that like to play good soccer. They have a good players, but I think San Jose Earthquakes needs a little bit time because they have also some. They signed a new coach also. He needs some time to know the league, to know. MLS is a tough league because you have a lot of troubles. You play in different weathers, but I think they're gonna have a good season, and hopefully at the end of the year they're gonna get the trophy.
I see down below that Matias Perez Garcia just sent a little hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mati is kidding me about my English.
Andres, thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, we can do this in a couple weeks, or maybe in some in the future, and talk a little bit more about the Quakes. And if you want to share any thoughts with me, then we can just engage in some Quakes talk, analyze the games a little bit. Keep up with you, how you're doing, how your season's coming along. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I really appreciate it. Se aprecia mucho. Muchas gracias.
All right, man. It's my pleasure. All the best for Earthquakes. And so next weekend against Minnesota, people must be there at the Bahia, supporting the team as always. I miss you. I really miss you. And hopefully we're gonna meet soon.
I'm sure we all miss you as well, man. Thank you so much again for joining. Have a good one.
All right, man. Bye-bye. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.